Eli, man, the show's starting. Get off your phone.
Give me a second. I'm tweeting out the fight on emoji.
Oh, my bad.
Welcome to Sports Scene, presented by Nathan Ackerman. I'm Eli Kleinmann.
And I'm Carlo Jimenez. And we are back. National Signing Day is today, and USC fans have plenty of reasons to tweet out more of those fight-on emojis. Head coach Lincoln Riley talked this morning at Heritage Hall about the Trojans' #1 ranked transfer class.
The bar should never be low at USC. I mean, this is one of the best programs of all time, and we feel like we really assembled the championship staff. And
Coach Riley is clearly bullish on USC's 2022 season. But Eli, what are your expectations for the Trojans?
USC is flat out overrated. The expectations for this team next season are just way too high. USC finished 4-8 last season. They finished 103rd in scoring defense. And a team that's 4-8 is just not going to see a big enough jump next season to compete for the Pac-12 title.
Eli, man, you're focused too much on the past. Look toward the future. It's bright. Trojans bring in a completely new offense with a ton of dynamic players. Travis Dye out of Oregon, who carried the Ducks to a 7-2 record in a Pac-12 championship game a year ago. Oh, and by the way, Caleb Williams, who was a Heisman contender late in the season last year, his Oklahoma team 4-0. Fourth ranked in the country, and averaged 40 points a game on the offensive end. It doesn't matter how bad your defense is. If you're putting up 40 a game, you're going to run away with games.
They played two good teams last year, though, Oklahoma did, that were good defensively, Baylor and Oklahoma State, and they lost both of them, including not scoring in the second half against their rival, the Pokes. USC will see improvement. The offense will have games where it's explosive, but there will be games where it's just not there, and the defense is not going to be able to hold up for the Trojans.
But this is a new defense, Eli. I mean, we're not looking at last year's defense. 2 new cornerbacks, 6th-year transfer Mekhi Blackman, Pac-12 honorable mention last year out of Colorado. Then you got Latrell Mccutchen, sophomore out of Oklahoma, who started last year, had a couple interceptions. Oh, and by the way, inside linebacker Shane Lee, where was he the last 3 years? Only under the greatest head coach in college football at Alabama under Nick Saban. Look, this is a new defense with new experience and guys who know how to win and stop opposing offenses, and they're going to do that this year.
A lot of the help that came in, though, is in the secondary, and that's great. USC's pass defense needs a lot of help, but the run defense was terrible too. It was bottom half in the Pac-12 last season, and USC couldn't tackle someone if the other team wanted them to. USC has only picked up 1 defensive tackle, 1 linebacker. Those are 2 huge positions of need. USC still has a lot of work to do if it wants to have a defense ready to compete on the national stage or even for a Pac-12 title.
That's the old USC. Like, the old USC couldn't tackle, but the new USC, Lincoln Riley has his team doing morning workouts a month before Clay Helton did in his tenure here at the Trojans facilities. Look, this is a USC team that has new expectations. Lincoln Riley is changing the culture, and they're going to come out ready for a Pac-12 championship this year.
Well, that starts in just a few weeks when USC begins spring practice. 7th-ranked USC men's volleyball faces 13th-ranked UC San Diego tonight. The Trojans look to improve to 8-1 for the first time since 2015. USC started the year unranked, but the team got off to a hot start. Simon Gallus and Sam Cobrine lead the Trojans in total kills this season. USC has taken down 5 ranked opponents this year, including #3 Penn State.
Yeah, Eli, this USC men's volleyball team, they have been really the surprise of the academic year for USC sports. Came into the season unranked, off a bad year last year. And this weekend, I mean, going against 2 ranked opponents, 1 in the top 5, they have a really good chance to prove they're not pretenders, they're contenders in the NCAA tournament.
They might already be there with the amount of ranked wins they have. They've shown they can beat just about anyone in the country. That's going to do it for Sports Scene today. First time in 2022, I'm Eli Kleinmann.
And I'm Carlo Jimenez.